Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jennifer Kwan. I'm a physician scientist at Yale, and today we're going to talk to you about AI-powered personalized heart health through Genomix AI. So heart failure is actually a lengthy process that is cost inefficient, and it takes a lot of time for the patient to find an optimal regimen. I'm a cardiologist. I run a translational research lab that integrates genomics, radiomics, leveraging AI to identify new therapeutic targets and also predict outcomes. My co-founder is Alok Jha. He's a data scientist with expertise also in AI, imaging, genomics, and he developed older technology that was able to improve the outcomes in diabetic patients in a Stanford diabetes clinic by 75%. And using older technology, he was able to identify some new therapeutic targets for Alzheimer's disease that was promising in preclinical studies, and now is working with the large pharmaceutical companies for a phase 1 clinical trial. So why do we want to work on heart failure? Heart failure affects millions of patients around this country with new cases diagnosed every single year. More than 50% of the cases can be attributed to, in part, by genetics. So not because they have blockages in their heart blood vessels. So as a cardiologist, I treat patients with heart failure all the time. When a young person, 40-year-old male who comes to me with new heart failure symptoms, I'll make sure he doesn't have any blockages in heart blood vessels. But now I have to treat him with a concoction of medications, 4 to 5 different kinds of medications. And for most patients, it's a trial and error process to figure out which combination works for them. So this is a lengthy process. Delayed diagnosis can cost $15,000. While we're doing trial and error, he can get rehospitalized. Each hospitalization can cost up to $25,000. And for him, that would lead to lost productivity in an entire lifetime. So our tech is able to provide actionable insights faster for patients. So right now, when someone gets this new heart failure diagnosis and they're trying to figure out if genetics is a contribution, it can take more than 2 years to get some genetic insights. And they're lucky if they're able to have some actionable insights. So why are we doing this now? So we've curated hundreds of thousands of patients from UK Biobank, Top Med, and Yale. We've leveraged AI tools to be able to mine those insights to provide insights on what is contributing to heart failure and what we can do about it for each individual patient. So for that patient who came in with new heart failure, I can see that majority of his risk comes from high cholesterol, his obesity, high blood pressure, but also due to some genetic changes associated with his genome. And our model and our technology is able to provide insights on prevention, but also treatment management and also continued monitoring of these patients. How we'll monitor metrics includes looking at being able to reduce heart failure exacerbations, the number of medication switches, emergency room visits for heart failure, as well as looking for improved function, which we know is associated with better outcomes. Revenue sources include individuals. In talking to investors and other executives who are also interested in paying for a test like this, people are willing to pay out of pocket to have a better personalized understanding of how they can maintain their heart health. A CPT code already exists for reanalysis of genetic data. Once FDA approved, pharma companies are interested in this technology because it allows us to identify the right patient at the right time and also the right drug. Insurance companies are interested because this will save them a lot of money when it comes to heart failure management and reducing these inefficiencies of trial and error. Hospitals and clinics, the same thing, because this will help improve the outcomes of these patients. In terms of competition, we don't really have any near peers. We are in the interpretability and clinical insight space. Compared to standard of care, we're able to save a significant amount of time and also reduce inefficiencies to getting to a more optimized patient. Compared to other companies, they're only able to provide a list of variants and tell you have high risk for heart failure, but not personalized recommendations in terms of what to do with our heart failure. Our technology is able to continually adapt. As people get older, their DNA can change. And so we're able to continually update these recommendations as people get older. And because we are targeting that particular person's genomics and provide insights on the pathways that are perturbed in that patient, our impact is high. And also this will lead to faster improvement in the patient outcomes. For the Blavatnik funds, our model is ready, and we already filed a provisional patent. We are going to plan to use the Blavatnik funds for tool optimization and also proof of concept. So integration of the tool into electronic medical records, but also testing on 20 patients with heart failure who get the insights from this tool versus those who don't, and see which one has better outcomes. As a reminder, older technology was able to improve the outcomes in a Stanford diabetes clinic by 75% because it was personalized to each individual patient. And also, this technology is able to identify new therapeutic targets that are currently in phase 1 clinical trials. And with that, thank you very much.